Hi everyone. Today we're gonna see some few tips that I frequently use with Claude Code that makes it really easy for the long run. And the first one is the initiation command that would create a claude.md file for that specific folder or directory you're working on. As you can see here, this is the working directory. So all I'm gonna do is basically initiate a new command, and this is what will create a comprehensive Claude MD file in that specific repository, where basically Claude Code is gonna analyze the content, be it code, text, whatever, and that gives you the whole structure and output that makes it very clear on the content, the purpose, the structure, etc. And usually use this at the start of a brand new project, and that helps basically set up everything in a very optimal way. You can see they're still analyzing this. For now, this is a folder I'm using for my book, but as you can see, analyze code-based structure code. Claude Code is by default a coding agent, so that's the vocabulary they use, but that is something we can also reference in this case. In the meantime, as you can see here, we're gonna approve this one to give it a trial. The second tip that I'm frequently using is the plan mode, and I'm gonna move to the left. The plan mode is activated by Shift and Tab twice. So hold Shift and then tap the Tab button twice, and that's how you activate plan mode, which is basically a thinking mode for Claude Code before execution and implementing the changes that you have. So everything you're gonna do here is basically as a sparring partner. And that gives you the layout before the implementation starts, before anything is actively executed. You can think through your options, your alternatives, a to-do list, any missing item that you haven't thought of. And this is why the plan mode is very useful. Now, if we go back to our init command, you can see this is the brand new Claude MD. This file provides guidance to Claude Code when working with code in this repository. So this is the project overview. What is it? The architecture. So we have our content in terms of parts, key concepts, plus the linking system because I'm using Obsidian in this case. The file format, everything is in MD down. What are the content standards, the development for workflows, etc. And then any navigation patterns in particular, like finding content, cross-reference system, plus the file management system. And this is where, if that is something I like, then I will basically give it a go, or just make sure that it's working for all of this session, or tell it no and do something different. So we're gonna give it that to create the Claude Code. Now, if I go back here and walk you through my third tip, which is working with screenshots. So if I want to keep this paragraph from 1 to 7 as a screenshot, I'm working on Mac, so I'm gonna do Command Shift 4, and I'm gonna select this part. This is something that I'd like to screenshot and add back to Claude Code. You can see it here. All I have to do is just drag and drop. There you go. If that's not the case, I can also use Control V instead of Command V. So in this case, no image found in clipboard. I'm gonna do it again. And basically, instead of the usual Command V, you use Control V once you have that screenshot available in your clipboard. So we saw the init command, we saw the plan mode, we saw the screenshot. One other useful item that I'd like, tip that I usually use is to correct basically my content. And in this case, this is what I'm writing, but it was a mistake. So all I have to do is double tap on the escape button. So just double escape and it moves again back to its origin. And all I need to do is this is right. And that's it. That's all you need to do. So double escape twice, and you're good to go to cancel the previous message and write the right one. Now, the other one is running sub agents. And I'm using here a particular slash command, which is in this case, deals that runs multiple agents at the same time to gather the most recent news about sports sponsorship from a specific set of sources, as you can see here, the to-do, fetching articles from 3 different sources, and then format them. As you can see here, all these 3 are running basically in parallel, one after the other, and all of these agents are doing their work autonomously on their own. And once they finish their result, they are consolidated by a different agent. And then this agent would format and present the articles in a chronological way. And you're gonna see the results coming soon. So sub-agents, once you prompt Claude Code directly to swarm or work in parallel with different sub-agent, it's gonna basically give you that input. And as you can see here, I have the formatting in terms of title, summary, the source, and the link directly to that source. And this is basically the whole input that I can there basically share on Slack, as for example, share the articles one after another on Slack channel sponsorship deals. And this is where it's going to use the specific Slack channel MCP, and it's going to basically share one article after another autonomously. And without me basically doing all the copy paste directly into Slack. And this is one of the key use cases that are very, very useful and productive and efficient with Claude Code. And in this case, you can see basically find the right Slack ID, and from there, just as you can see here, posting all these messages one after the other in the same formatting that you can see here in terms of title, summary, source, and link. And this is basically the whole approach. Hope this was helpful, and talk to you soon.